You made it! You kept your nose to the grindstone, put in your time, and now you're ready to consider retiring in a warm, tropical Southeast Asian paradise. In our previous video, we compared Thailand, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Cambodia. Today, we round out our tour with Malaysia and Bali, Indonesia. But don't think this is some overhyped, glossy travel brochure. We're going deep, peeling back the layers of these exotic locales to see if they live up to the hype. So, you've traded in your snow shovel for flip-flops and a Speedo? Yeah, I'll never get that image out of my mind, thanks. Or maybe you ditched the parka for a colourful sarong? Feeling accomplished? Well, hold your horses, cowboy. Before you start dreaming of endless days sipping cocktails on the beach, let's look at language barriers. Unlike the Philippines, in which English is an official language, it's a bit trickier in our pair of countries in today's video. In Malaysia, it's a melting pot of languages. Malay, some Chinese dialects, and Tamil, English. Sure, it's widely spoken, especially in the bigger cities. You can get by, order your chicken rice, haggle for a souvenir. But to really dig into the vibe of the place, to have those late-night soul-bearing conversations with a grizzled old local over a bottle of something strong and buzz-inducing, you've got to dig deeper. Bali, on the other hand, is a different beast. Indonesian is the official language. And while English will get you through the tourist traps, venturing off the beaten path requires a little more effort. But hey, that's part of the adventure, right? Learning a few local phrases, getting lost in translation. It's all part of the messy, beautiful tapestry of travel. Just don't expect to be fluent overnight. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. How far will your hard-earned retirement savings actually get you in these tropical wonderlands? In Malaysia, you'll find a cost of living that can be surprisingly affordable, especially when compared to the wallet-destroying prices back home. A range of $1,000 to $1,200 gets you a comfortable lifestyle in most of the country, but you'll want to nudge that up a bit in Kuala Lumpur, perhaps closer to the $2,000 mark. Food prices. Think steaming bowls of curry noodles for a couple of bucks, ice-cold beers that won't break the bank, and housing options that won't have you living in a shoebox. But don't think you're going to be living like a king on a pauper's budget. Want to indulge in those fancy imported cheeses or sip on top-shelf scotch? Be prepared to shell out some serious ringgit. Bali, my friends, is a different story. Once a haven for budget backpackers, the island has seen a surge in popularity, and with it a rise in prices. But if you're picturing yourself lounging in luxury villas in Ubud or dining on five-star meals every night, be prepared to open your wallets. Australians, wonderful people all, have moved there in numbers, and prices have reflected this migration dynamic. Let's face it, boys, the older we get, the more important it is to have a good doctor on speed dial. So, how do Malaysia and Bali stack up when it comes to healthcare? In Malaysia, you'll find a well-developed healthcare system with a mix of public and private hospitals. The public hospitals? They're decent, affordable, but be prepared for long wait times and a healthy dose of bureaucracy. The private hospitals? Top-notch facilities, English-speaking doctors and shorter wait times, but of course you'll pay a premium for the privilege. But even the private hospitals in Malaysia won't completely drain your retirement fund. Bali's healthcare system is a bit more rustic. While there are decent hospitals in the tourist hubs, venturing outside those areas might leave you sweating a little more than just the humidity. If you've got pre-existing conditions or require specialized care, Bali might not be the best fit. Now, let's talk about the less glamorous side of retiring abroad: bureaucracy. Nobody wants to spend their golden years drowning in paperwork, yeah? Malaysia, my friends, makes it relatively easy to settle down. They've got a special visa program for retirees called the Malaysia My Second Home program. Get yourself a decent monthly income, show them the money, and you're practically in. Bali's a bit trickier. You'll be navigating tourist visas, visa extensions, maybe even a visa run or two. It's doable, but it requires a bit more effort, a bit more patience, and a higher tolerance for paperwork than your average beach bum might possess. Listen, nobody wants to be the obnoxious tourist, the ugly American, the clueless foreigner. We're talking about immersing ourselves in a new culture, experiencing a different way of life. Malaysia, with its mix of Malay, Chinese and Indian influences, offers a vibrant tapestry of cultures. You've got bustling street markets, serene temples, colonial architecture. It's a sensory overload in the best way possible. But it takes time, respect and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone to truly connect with the local culture. Bali, with its Hindu traditions and laid-back island vibes, might seem like an easy place to blend in. But don't be fooled by the smiles and the Om Shanti Oms. Beneath the surface lies a complex culture with its own set of customs and traditions. Take the time to learn about the local customs. Show respect for their beliefs, and you'll find yourself welcomed with open arms. Let's not sugarcoat it. Safety is a major concern, especially when you're talking about retiring abroad. Nobody wants to spend their golden years looking over their shoulder, right? Malaysia, generally speaking, is a relatively safe country. Petty crime exists, sure, but violent crime is relatively low, especially in the more developed areas. That being said, it's always smart to be aware of your surroundings, keep your wits about you, and not wander down dark alleys flashing wads of cash. Bali, while generally safe, has seen a rise in petty crime in recent years. Tourists are often seen as easy targets, so it's important to be vigilant, especially in crowded areas or at night. Look, I'm not here to judge. A man reaches a certain age, he starts to think about companionship in his golden years. And maybe, just maybe, that can include a beautiful partner to share those golden sunsets with. Malaysia, with its diverse population and relatively open-minded society, offers possibilities. Age gap relationships, though possible, aren't as likely as they are in the Philippines, for example. The same can be said for Bali, where religious differences can introduce a taller hurdle to overcome. However, with its laid-back atmosphere and reputation as an island paradise, it might seem like the perfect place to find love. And who knows, maybe it is. But remember, respect is key. Treat women with dignity and respect, regardless of their age or background, and you might just find yourself pleasantly surprised. But if you're just looking for a fling, for something fleeting and temporary, do everyone a favor and book a one-way ticket back home or to the bustling streets of Bangkok. So there you have it, kids. The raw, unfiltered truth about two of Southeast Asia's most alluring destinations. Malaysia, with its affordability, accessibility, and blend of cultures, offers a practical paradise for the discerning retiree. Bali, with its spiritual heart, stunning natural beauty, and laid-back vibes, beckons those seeking a more exotic escape. Be sure to visit my other video where we discussed Thailand, the Philippines, Vietnam and Cambodia before you make your choice. Just remember, my friends, paradise isn't a place, it's a state of mind.